Kia ora, and welcome to the 21st annual Peak to Pub event. In a year of so many firsts for all of us, including our first ever lockdown, it's no surprise that this recorded race brief is a first for the Peak to Pub as well. Of course, we wish things were different, but we've been determined from the beginning to hold this event. Now, even more so than ever, it's super important to have something to look forward to. So here we go. Please listen carefully to the information I'm about to read to you, as it is as much for your safety as well as knowing where you need to be and when. Please respect that all changes and restrictions are for your safety and help us where you can to maintain spacing and observe all level 2 restrictions. One major restriction this year is that there will be no support crew. We have to manage our numbers, and unfortunately this is the only way we can do so safely. To help us we will be transporting all your ski equipment from Mount Hart for the individual competitors and 2-man teams if required. All gear will be delivered to the Blue Pub in the car park area for collection. You will be provided with a named gear bag to place all items apart from skis, boots and poles, boards. If your gear is not in the bag, it will not make it. Bikes and gear, however, are your responsibility to collect from the Crossroads transition. Individual competitor bike pickups for bikes pick up at 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. No pickups before this time, please. Marshals will be managing and staggering collection, so wait until advised to collect your gear. Face coverings, masks, buffs, etc. must be worn in chairlift lines and while riding lifts. They are recommended for bike and run sections and anywhere you feel you cannot safely distance yourself from people who you do not know. Spacing. Please give way to fellow competitors at least 1 metre spacing when passing on the run. Sorry, but there will be no water stations this event. Ski section. The ski snowboard course has been set and will run from the top of the Summit 6 chairlift down to the transition outside of the snowmaking building. Please note, helmets are mandatory. There is a timing mat at the top of the ski and snowboard leg. This means that if you are not confident skier or boarder, you do have the option to wait for some clear space without your time being affected. Your time starts as you cross the start line. Very important, this next one, guys. Transponders. As they do not fit over your ski and snowboarding boots, you will need to wear it on your wrist. You must keep your hands low over the timing mat at the start in order to have your time recorded. Then, once you arrive at the end of the ski leg, the transponder must be worn on the ankle, nowhere else. Your transponder will need to be attached securely to your ankle prior to the ski bike timing mat, which is after the transition from ski to mountain bike. If you don't have it on when you cross that mat, we can't help you. All bikes will be located after the timing mat for you to start the bike leg. This is very important for your times to be recorded. Check your transponders. Your pass includes 2 lift rides, one to inspect the course at 1:15 p.m. and the second to get to the start of the race course. You must be at the start of the course at the top of the Summit 6 by 1:45 p.m. to assemble your skis and board and then proceed to the marshals ready for the start of the run section to your gear. This year, in order to observe the level 2 restrictions on gatherings, individual men will start in 2 waves. The 2 waves will be split by bib numbers. Listen carefully and remember your wave, as we cannot exceed 100 people in any wave. 2 p.m. individual men, wave 1, bib numbers 1 to 99. 2:05 p.m. individual men, wave 2, bib numbers 100 to 150, and 3:01 to 3:48. 2:10 individual women, 1 wave. 2:20 p.m. teams, 1 wave. There will be a countdown from 5 to 1 and then a shotgun start. If you hear 2 shots in succession, a false start has been called and you will return to the start line to begin again. You must ski, board the course, red, then blue, then red, then blue gates, etc. through the ski and snowboard section. If you miss a gate, you will be disqualified. If you must take off your skis and board at the drop zone adjacent to the catch fence and then run, carrying your skis and board below the fence and up to the transition area outside snowmaking. Yes, you've got to carry your gear, you're going to have to run. Teams, the skier must cross over the timing mat and then hand over the bib and the transponder to your waiting mountain biker on the other side. No transponder, no time. That's pretty obvious. Bike section. The Mount Hart Road will be closed 12:30 p.m. for uphill traffic from the information booth and 1:15 for downhill traffic from the car park, and cleared by road patrol for the bike section. Helmets are mandatory. Your timing transponder must be on your ankle for this section. There will be several stationary safety vehicles on the road. In the event of an accident, a St. John's ambulance with flashing lights will travel uphill to the accident. Please respect this and give way at all times. There are high crash zones areas identified on the road section. These will be marked with orange dazzle and road cones where practical. Extra care should be taken in these areas. However, caution should be exercised for the whole mountain bike section. Your safety is your responsibility. Please ride within your ability. The transition and timing mat from the Big L's Crossroad transition will be inside the paddock on the left. No vehicles are permitted inside this paddock. Mountain bikers will dismount before entering the paddock. Dismount at the gate and then run through the chute to the bike drop zone. Then proceed to the timing mat and transition. Bib exchange and teams must happen once past the timing mat. Same as the ski leg, once you pass the timing mat, all transitions happen on the other side. Teams, you must remove your bib and transponder to hand to your teammate. Okay, once you have crossed the timing mat. Transponders must be worn, this is the run section, transponders must be worn on your ankle. At the transition, you must follow race marshal's directions to the far corner of the paddock, where you will climb over a fence and go under the road bridge to enter the aptly named Dry Creek, which will be marked with dazzle and intervals to direct you. Aim for the dazzle markings, the course, as this is the fastest line. Note that there are bridges and laneways through the creek bed and some tree fall. Do not exit onto any laneway until you see the road race marshal, who will direct you down the laneway or farm property to the road exit. Please travel on the right hand side of the road and stay to the right edge of any marking cones. Race marshals will be directing you. Marshals will also be present at any point where the road is crossed. They will direct you to stop if there is any traffic coming. And when you exit Dry Creek Laneway onto Waimarama Road, there is a stop-go sign. Please listen to your marshals. They will direct you to turn as you cross into the RDR and run along the west bank of the RDR and then proceed to the RDR crossing and then follow the Methven Walkway onto the main road of Methven. Please respect these restrictions, and they are there for looking after your safety. RDR crossing. Note, before you enter the swim, 8 metre channel crossing, you may want to put your phone in the supplied box, which will be taken back to the finish line area post-race for pickup. Okay? You will obviously be getting wet. Alternatively, take the longer route, 1.4 kilometres around the bridge and back to the Methven Walkway. So it's 700 metres one side, 700 metres up the other side, so 1.4 in total. As you enter Methven, continue down the main road and turn left at the mobile station. The finish line is outside the blue pub where you will receive your final time and placing. Again, if your transponder is not on your ankle, you will not be able to record a time. This is very important. Finish area. This will be before the blue pub at Barker's Road. Once you cross the timing mat, you must return your bib and transponder and leave the area to avoid congestion. Unfortunately, we cannot allow spectators or support crews in the finish area. That's pretty obvious, guys. We've got to keep our numbers down. Beyond the area, the blue pub and brown pub access will be strictly managed. Their numbers and are limited to the capacity under level 2. Live results will be posted during the race on the Peak to Pub website. Prize giving. Prize giving will be virtual and we will do on the day after. As per the race briefing, a link will be provided for all competitors to view and we will organise to get prizes and trophies out to the winners. We'll send this stuff out. Merchandise will also be sent out after the event. Okay, one last one, guys. Thanks for listening. General rules. Failure to follow the race rules will result in disqualification. All bibs and transponders must be returned to marshals at the finish line. Please, this is very important. Our team member may withdraw, but she must notify a marshal at the next transition area. Any remaining team members may continue the race and receive times, but they will not receive a place. Please look after your fellow competitors. We cannot be everywhere, so please be our eyes and ears on the course for any injuries or problems and notify the nearest marshals. And last but not least, guys, it's been challenging, as we said. Thanks for listening and thanks for competing. Hope you have a great day out there. Enjoy it. Weather looks amazing, and have a great race. Enjoy.